Stampers, this is Trevis. Welcome to Video Tuesday. And so today we are moving on to the new mini catalog. Not that the other mini catalog has retired yet because it's still in effect until January 3rd. But on January 4th, the new mini catalog will be in effect. And as much as I love the current catalog, this mini catalog, the January to June 2022 catalog, is amazing. I hope that you received your copy in the mail. And the good thing is that Celebration is also in effect. And so every $50 you spend, you can pick a free item from the Celebration catalog. We also have some $100 items that are free also, like a stamp set with designer series paper. And that would be a $100 item. So today, I'm excited about a bundle that's featured. I can't open the catalog yet because it's not in effect. I can't show it to you on camera, but I can show you some of the products. And so today I'm going to be using a bundle that's called Rain Boots. And this Flowering Rain Boots. And so this stamp set is just really, really cute. And I think it's going to be one that you can get a lot of use out of. Not because it just has the boots in it, right? I love the rain boots, but also the watering can, the flower pot. I mean, it's just, and the stamp and the sentiments in this stamp set: live life in full bloom. So that could be kind of like a birthday card. I'm seeing that as the card I'm going to make today. I'm going to actually use that sentiment. Our friendship is naturally beautiful. And so it's really just like a friend. I see this whole stamp set as just kind of a friend's happy stamp set. It also has matching dies, which is called Rain Boots. This has a lot of dies in it. And not only cuts out the watering can, it also has some interesting cutout. So this piece is very versatile. It also has the little trowel, which is so stinking cute. So a very cute bundle. Also today for our card, I'm going to be using Tasteful Labels. This is a set of dies that is in the annual catalog, and it is one of my favorites, so I'm going to be using that. I'm also going to be using a birthday sentiment from Peaceful Moments, which is probably my biggest go-to sentiment set because it's so versatile. So let's get started today. I'm going to use some new designer series paper, and I will get started making this card. Okay, so the three colors that I'm going to be using today is, I'm going to be using Fresh Freesia, Blackberry Bliss, and Cinnamon Cider. Okay, and so I'm going to be stamping some items on white cardstock. So the first thing I'm going to do is just open these pads. I'm going to all three of them. Fresh Freesia is an in color. It'll be around for another year. Blackberry Bliss is a color from our regular line of colors. And then Cinnamon Cider is also in color that's going to be leaving at the end of this calendar year. So, I love Cinnamon Cider. I just hate to see it go. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp the watering can from Fresh Freesia. Okay, so this is a photopolymer set. So can you see how that stamps? I mean, it just looks so like you worked so hard to make that shading. I mean, you really didn't. Okay, now I'm also going to stamp the flowers. I'm going to stamp this set of flowers, these daisies, in Blackberry Bliss. Okay, and I'm going to do a little masking technique on this. So what I did was I stamped it on a Post-it note, and then I trimmed out the bottom part, just like this. And I'm going to lay it on top of that image. Okay, and then I'm going to stamp the pot in Cinnamon Cider, the clay pot. I'm going to stamp that right on there. Okay, and when you take this off, it looks like the flowers are inside of the pot. Okay. So that's a masking technique. I think I've shown that before. Okay, so what I want to do now is I am going to just fussy cut this one real quick because I could have cut these out separately, right? I could have I could have stamped these separately and cut them out using the dies because there's dies for both of these images. But because I did this with the masking technique, I need just to fussy cut it because I can't really cut them out separately, right, with the dies. I don't know if that makes sense. Then I'll use the die to cut out. I have my cut and emboss right here by me, and I'll use the die to cut out the watering can. But this is going to go pretty quick, so almost done. Okay, so I'm not cutting it super tight. I'm just cutting a little white edge. Okay, and then I am going to use the die on this one. So I'm going to go to my dies. Let's see, what else do I have? I want to close some of these stamp pads if I could, but I think I'm still going to be using some of them. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this out with my cut and emboss. I have it right here, so I'm just going to cut this out real quick. And okay. Now I think I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals. So I'm going to put a few dimensionals behind this. I'm going to use the small dimensionals because some of these spots are kind of hard to get into. I'm actually going to trim a little skinny piece here for the handle. Could have maybe done a little thinner, but I think it'll work. There we go. Okay, so that's ready to go. Put this back. Okay, so having that ready, now I did cut out a couple of these shapes from Tasteful Labels. Cut out 2 of these. And so what I'm going to do now is stamp a couple of sentiments on here. And the first one I'm going to do is I'm going to use Live Life in Full Bloom. I'm going to stamp that on one of them. And then I'm going to stamp the Happy Birthday from Peaceful Moments. Let's stamp that on this one. Okay. And now I think I'm all done stamping. So let's close these pads so that I don't get my hand in them. Okay, so time to start assembling the card. And I'm going to be using some new designer series paper today. I love this paper. And it's called, this is from the new mini catalog, Heart and Home. Okay, so this is one piece. Almost looks like fabric. It's cinnamon cider, and it tells you the colors, and many of the colors I used also. Pale papaya, fresh freesia is all in all of these. And the one side is all wood grain. Different kinds of wood grain, which is really cool, right? It's because there's different lengths and types of wood grain. So I have a piece of fresh freesia, and I have this piece, and I could use it this way, but I decided to go ahead and use the wood grain. And then I have a small piece of fresh freesia, and I scored this. So this is 2.5 by 3.5. And I scored it at 2.5. So it's actually, when I fold it, it's going to be a 2.5 by 2.5 inch square. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some adhesive on this piece. I'm going to put some adhesive on here. So this is going to be a little bit different card. I'm not going to have it open. I'm going to have this piece. Interestingly enough, adhesive on here too. I'm going to have this piece actually down here at the bottom, like that. And then I'm going to have this piece on top. So it's actually going to be like this. And then this piece is going to come over like that. And then I'm going to have another little piece of a designer series paper on here. Okay, and the reason for this is, you're going to see in a minute, I'm going to put my flowers on here, okay, and I'm going to put my sentiment up here, like that, and then I'm going to put this sentiment on the inside, and then this is going to be watering, kind of watering the flowers. I don't know, I kind of was thinking this watering can is just so cute, and I could make the flowers come out of the watering can, but I really wanted to use it this way. So, to just have that go like that, okay. And I think it needs a little sprinkle, so I'm going to use a little sparkle. And so I'm going to use some Wink of Stella. And I'm just going to add a little Wink of Stella to my flowers, my daisies. And so Wink of Stella is, it has a liquid mixed with the glitter. So you want to shake it. And when you do use it, it will spread the dye ink. So this was, did I say color I say this was? This was Blackberry Bliss. And so it's very dark. And so this actually will make the flowers light and dark. Super simple technique, but so cute. Okay, just like that. And then, so now you can see, I hope you can see how cute that is. I love that pot. I don't know, there's something about these shaded stamps that make it so realistic. Now I also have these classic matte dots, and these are something new that's in the mini catalog. And so I am going to use some of these with my Take Your Pick tool. I'm going to use some of these little tiny white ones. So we have white, vanilla, gray, and black. Okay, so I'm going to use some of these little white ones. And I think I'm just going to use, I think my putty needs to be worked on. There it comes. So you just twist it until the putty starts to come out a little bit. Then you can pick it up easier. Maybe. Work with me here, putty. There we go. I'm just going to add a few of these along the bottom here. Okay, so there's my card today. It's a birthday card. Super simple. And I love this new bundle from the mini catalog. I hope you do too. And I will see you on Friday. Bye.